Literature and Studies. This is called Chapter 2. Again, I repeat, Review of Related Literature and Studies. So, it's somewhat video.
Pag video mo,
Larang.
discuss naman.
Nana.
Ayun na lang. Slide na lang. Nakawak. So, just take picture of the slides. No need for video. Slide na lang actually.
Maglibog niya yung mga bangawagtang niya.
Okay, so we'll start with review. Actually, in this chapter, there are two parts, which is the review of written literature and the other one is review of written studies. What are the differences between the two? Before the differences, you have to understand that your study will not be complete without this. You know why? Because this is the backup. This is the backup of your study that there has been previous researches that has been done related to your topic. No? Kaya, makita din mo review of written literature, hindi related sa inyong topic, really, yun. It has to be related to your topic. So, what is RRL, or Review of Related Literature? What chapter is this of your research paper? Chapter 2. Now, RRL, or Review of Related Literature, is an important component of research regardless of the type of research, whether qualitative or quantitative. Na-enjoy Review of Related Literature. What about last year? Did you have RRL and RRS?
Yes.
Wala?
Can
Can remember in your qualitative research. So, okay, that's good. So when you say RRL, it is an important component of research, no? Whether quality or quantitative research. One of the major activity in research that makes you examine or study again concepts or ideas related to your research that people manage to publish. So, na-publish na siya. Publish in books, journals, or other reading materials in the past. So, this is a basis that your study is valid because there has been previous studies before that. Not maybe similar in all aspects, but there are similarities in some ways. What is that? RRL is to find out the connection of your research to the current conditions. No, is there a connection? Is there relevance? To know more about the other theories or concepts underlying your research and to learn from them with respect to your own research study. Diba, you had used some theories, or theories in your review of related, theoretical background, di ba, natin dito? And then, you can prove it, no? If ever these theories are underlying in your research can be of good respect or not. RRL is to discover the relation of your research with previous studies. Relationship, no? To obtain information on the accuracy or relevance of your research questions. So, now by relevance, so sometimes when we started making the titles, is there a relevance? Do you think that is timely? Smart, di ba? Smart dapat ang title mo? Is it timely or time-bound? Is it measurable or attainable? Are there enough resources for that? So, make sure that there is a good relationship between your study and the others that have already published their work. So this is the good thing if you search for if you're able to get a good title. Siguro karon, those new kind of studies like the e-wallet, mapag-umanin sila karon, no? Maybe not that rich yet in sources, no? Or in references, but it's already starting, no? Okay, digital naman ta karon, no? Digital naman ta. Ulahin ang ganita, di ba? Ulahin ang punta compared to other countries. So I'm sure there has been previous research na that. However, because it's a new trend, karon naman yung trend, that's been during the time of the pandemic, no? So it has not that wide array of sources. So to familiarize yourself with technical terms related to your research. So Kaingon mo nga, ay, nakita ko naman na, I have seen that term in the study of so and so. I have heard about that in the study of blah, blah, blah. No? So you have the reference. You have a source because it has already been mentioned from the previous researchers. So RRL is simply, of course, because you are getting sources from others, you are going to make sure to cite, no? Use citation, in-text citation or citation referring to authors within the body of the paper. So within, so you say, according to Lopena 2017, blah blah blah. No? Based on the study of so and so year, what year, then it states that something like that. So use citation or in-text citation. And where are you going to write them? In the hello, where? In the come again? Yes? Where? What's that? In the bibliography or references. Yes, where is that? At the end of your paper. Okay, so when you use that reference, then of course you quote that source in the bibliography or reference. Now, so citation or in-text citation is intended to review or examine over new concepts, ideas, information belonging to other. Wait, excuse me.
Different types of pictures. Different types of ay kalo. Busa limuulog ali. Ayaw, ikay adjust. Nag-adjust, nagbalhin kay kong gusto nga mas maklaro. Ano ara ka ha?
Sorry for the interruption. I'm gathering vacant time of other section because I had said it cannot fit my schedule. We're looking for vacant time. Okay. So when you use citation or in-text citation, why do you think is it important? Important ba? Should we use citation? Why do you have to mention the name? Why do we have to quote the author? Because of plagiarism. Even though you are not copying the words word for word, verbatim, yet the idea is not yours. Diba? So it is still due to the rightful owner. Even though you just paraphrase it, still we have to quote who is it from. So, having honesty, respect, or courtesy to the owners of these varied forms of knowledge, as well as gratefulness for their valuable contribution to the field. No? So in gratitude, sometimes maulo ka mo ko, ay, ano na ikot ko eh, buwan ito ni. Ay, di na lang ko eh, kay ako lang sa ting words, no? But the idea is still there. The idea, the concept is still there. So you use in respect, no? In honesty or courtesy to the rightful owner. See to it that the names of these idea owners or authors appear in the appropriate sections of your research paper. So where can you find that? No, by using in-text citation. So you have to quote. Sa akin man ko, pero mag-pride, rabutan no? Ay, namin. Meron kami ako ng words ko, hindi na iya. No? But still, recognize the rightful owner and you reflect that in your in-text citation. So, ethical standards in literature review writing is the ethical way of literature writing tells you to acknowledge the owners or owner of borrowed ideas. No? Even though these are already professionals na still acknowledge because the knowledge is not from you, it's from them. You know, in the graduate school, there is a software that will detect whether you copied or not. And then you submit your thesis or dissertation in soft copy in CD. And then it will go through the process of their turn it in. Uy, pagkanaman to sa result. Uy, 50% gan is copied. Then you have to rephrase it. But even though you rephrase it, you still have to acknowledge the rightful owner. So, dili mo copy-on yun, word for word. Even though you copy also the idea, still you have to use your own words. That is supposedly. Pero kamo, wala mo i-stick ka lang mo anak, kay tungod, iba, may nang-copyright mo. No? Man. So, I hope you will learn. We don't have that software. We don't have that software also. I already proposed that. Pero kung ako na i-propose, magkamang-kamang naging sa mo. No? The more you will hate the teacher. Sa mukha ni Mamoy, supposedly, if that is your mindset. But you know, people want it easy way, the easy way. And in the graduate school, you're only allowed to have the same or similarities in only just 10%. No? So kung 20% pa na, gawin lang dyan kayo na, no? But still, you have to narrow it to 10%. Di ba dyan nakapasa? Di ba na ma-accept ang imong thesis or dissertation if it cannot pass to the 10%. Wala ko kaagian na because when I got my master's thesis, wala pa na siya ng software. No? So karoon, sila mong sharing may nakaginaan na pag-agi niya nito beer, kung kapasa, sige, paraphrase na po, paraphrase, so tabang. So, ipapasa. So, dapat, when you start with the top, when you get the source, paraphrase na din. So, para din na kang balik. No? You don't have to come back. But that's a good mindset actually. If only your mindset is like that. But you know, students want it the easy way. No? Karon ganit, nagkaroon ng study, gusto na lang, hindi na mag-research ganit, Google na lang. No? But during our time, we make use of the library so much. And we have from one library to the other. Before the pandemic, the students here, they have to go to Southwestern University, they go to the public library in Jones Avenue so that they can have books. Kamo, sa namin nyo ha, puro ng mga internet sources. That's why when you reach to the defense, your panelists will ask mo, books ani, wala ikuan ani, thesis, wala dissertation ani, or magazines, purely supposedly because there should be printed so that because it's a research, it has to be a varied source, no? Varied resources that we can get from. But if you just depend solely on the internet, ano na siya nga? Wala na siya kuan. Google research, no? So, okay. So, now, acknowledge the borrowed ideas, and then quote. Use quotation marks around copied words from books or articles, or if you paraphrase, still quote the rightful owner. Intentionally or negligently disregarding the use of quotation marks around words copied exactly is not only unethical, but an indication of gross plagiarism. Kasuhan ba yan eh? No? Kung istituhan kita, kasuhan pa yan. So if you don't know the ethics on copying, even though ideas only, then I hope you'll be more responsible. You must be aware of the fact that with the surfacing of online sources of information, surveys to detect software to detect plagiarism for online sources has likewise become so available in academic institutions. This is what I said, no? Not a software to detect whether you are copying or plagiarizing or you're using your own ideas. Proper citation and referencing is your way of freeing yourself from plagiarism and avoiding people from casting doubts on your honesty and integrity as a researcher. You know, when you go to the real world, you know, when you go to the real world, people, if you have a very good research, there might be a possibility that people will think or argue, no? Oh, you know what, actually, did she really write this, or was it really from her? No? So maybe, because you know, there is what you call, if you're not yet aware, there is professional jealousy. No? Hindi ka happy sa una pang panahon ni Einstein, di ba, no? Na may mga conflicts between scientists, fellow scientists, or conflict between fellow philosophers, no? Same in the research world, there are also still conflicts between that. So to avoid the gap, to break the gaps in between, we are going to break that by using proper citation and referencing. Now, so what about review of written studies? So when you say RRL, it is related concepts, okay? And then go back to that. These are researchers studied, no? Concepts. What is the big word there? Concepts or ideas related to your research. That's the big word. How when you say RRL? How is it different now from RRS? Okay. So when you say RRS, okay, it is the findings of studies related to your topic. So, RRS is now the result. Result na siya of the studies related to your topic. No? So, let's say, in the study of Musal 2017, he points out that 90% of the population are using e-wallet. Example, something like that. So, that is already result. No, result na siya of the study related to your topic. But when you say RRL, it's the concept, it's the ideas related to your topic. Okay?
Theory.
Not necessarily theory, because theories are also different. There could be similarities in thoughts, ideas, but not basically. Theories can also be. But what I'm saying is the concept of the result of the findings. Example later, I discuss that much of the end part. So, what are the results of their study? So, result na iniibutang sa RRS. Kung ba naman kayo magkalidadis, nagsago lang, basta may source up, RRL and RRS na. So, you have to classify that. You have to classify in your research. Kung result na ganyan na siya, then you put that in the RRS. If it is purely concepts, ideas, we put that in the RRL. Okay? How is it related to yours? Now, RRL and RRS, what are the possible sources? It could be books. I hope you can still find books. Do you still use books? Or nana mo sa e-books? No? Encyclopedias, almanacs, no? What you kitaan niya gigamit iba? No? And other similar references. What else? Articles published in professional journals. magazines, periodicals, newspaper, what you kabantayan yung nagamit yung newspaper ba? And other publications. No? Okay, let's find out. Nakapamoy gamit manuscripts, monographs, and more speeches. Grabe na gini speeches, no? Kaya you have to listen and then transcribe video mo, no? Mag-isulti, and then you go. Later, I'm going to give you some sources how this is a possible APA. We're going to use the APA referencing style. So later I'm going to give this to you by group so that you know how are you going to write in the bibliography your sources. Okay, diba? Naman o, speeches, letters, diaries, newspapers, saan niyo pagbutang na, no? Journals, etc. Unpublished theses and dissertations, Constitution, no. Si Dr. Isando, umuling ko to sa una sa research panel, he would always ask, what is the legal basis? So, balik juga sa Constitution, balik juga sa mga David Order, balik juga sa mga kuhan, sa mga memorandum, na siya, no? So, which is very true. Kaya naman, if you have this as your backup, then it is very strong. It's very strong. Let's say, about reading. Ed memo on the importance of the government giving importance to reading. Dapat by grade 1, all students, all pupils must be readers. Now, may memo na. Sige na siya i-research. Memo, DepEd order, memo on reading. Importance of reading. So, so you can use that as your RRL. If there are results already based on the current na mga tests worldwide, di ba naman ito? Kapilang Philippines sa math, kapilang Philippines sa science. So, dito na siya ng mga sources ninyo, makuha ninyo about your studies if it is related to your topic. Kung katupuan, savings. Nabay studies anak nabay certain class of people who are really saving, or are there, what is really the percentage of teachers saving? The same with the mga maestra, tulog iglong, borlog kayo. Yung mga sila pa sa nasa DepEd, borlog na yung buwang. Sila medyo ulon, parang ulon. Kaya ka mas nagswildo. No, dako mas nagswildo. But the sad thing, if you don't know how to budget, you still can end up not enjoying your salary. So are there studies about that? So if there are, then quote that. Put that in your RRL or RRS. If it is the result, you put that in the RRS. If it is concepts, ideas, or theories about your study, you put that in the RRL. Bulletins, circulars, orders. Muna yung nag-DepEd order. No, mga executive order, DepEd order, etc. mga order. Or company, memo, memorandum, something like that. So those who are studying about teachers, or is there a company or a school memorandum on the promptness of teachers, on submitting documents, something like that. Okay, orders emanating from government offices and departments, especially from the Office of the President of the Philippines and the Department of Education. Kamo, yun yung mga research kasi may nagamit mga circulars, mga orders. Wala. Nasubutan ninyo so that it will be stronger, no? Stronger. That will basis. You are confident enough. So, bottom line, what is the difference between RRL and RRS? RRL are concepts, ideas related to your research that people manage to publish. Na-publish na na-publish na. What about RRS? These are findings or results of studies related to your topic. Okay? Now, so, example, on a personal note, let's say, God is love. What is your RRL for God is love personally? Okay, Mr. Busal. So, pa na ginawa, ano yung mga concepts about God's love?
Loving God. Loving.
Is that?
Loving.
Next?
First one for it.
What's that? Verse 28, God is love. Yes. What are your concepts about God's love? For you, personally.
Never
Sama.
ending.
Ha?
Never ending.
Not the text. Personal. What are your RRLs for God's love for yourself?
Never
So may
ending.
mga concepts, ideas. Come again, what's that, Dai?
God sent His Son to die for our sins.
Yes, God sent His Son to die for our sins. That's a concept, right? And that's already proven. Yes, what else?
God loves all sinners.
Yes, that's right. God loves all sinners. That's a fact. No? Pagkamat niya naman yung tantang-tanan. What else are your RRL about God's love? Come again? Yes, no sin can separate us from the love of God. Amen. Isn't that very assuring? Correct. That's nice. Thank you. What about your RRS? Findings. What are your findings about God's love? Come on. Mga galag ka naman dito. You're already about 18, no? 16, 17, 18. So, nalagay yung mga findings about sa bukma sa Ginoo sa inyong ginagumi. No? Nakalagay something, mga test na give it's already proven and tested. Ganun sama.
Convert.
Ha?
Convert.
Now you were converted. That's a findings, no? Because of the love of God, then you are found to be a convert to the faith. That's nice. Yes, what else?
Sa'yo kasi kung problema.
Yes, you were saved in all your predicaments. Yes, that's a finding. True. Na-find out na di mo, nag-isave ka. Yes, that's nice. What about on the back? Katulad ka nila, participate ka gamay.
Si Jay.
Sama, sa inyo mga findings, babe? For me personally, God, yes, some of you have similar RRL. But my personal note, God loves me no matter what. He forgives me, na ako ganyan, no? He accepts me just as I am. What about, I want to love Him back, no? That's a concept already, kay nakita mo na ito kay yan ang mong iliguma. So I want to love Him back. And for our RRS findings, I do services, no? To church who needs my services. So, that's my findings. Kaya kilap ko sa Ginoo, magbuhat ko para niya. Sa pagyan, I let my children serve God too in whatever way they can. So, these are already my findings, no? So, what about yours? Now, for the aspects, this is how you are going to kindly sit by group. Leader Kalgana, leaders. So you can share easily. What's your leader then? Leader. 4 groups here. Who else is the other leader? Okay. Sit together. Okay. You share the material. Let's follow the lines, please. So in your example here on how you are going to use the APA, you are going to use the APA referencing style. There are different ways on how to write it. Number 1 there is the citation, in-text citation. Pwede, no? Ulidan. Examples. So there are differences when you say MLA or APA, no, American. And then the other one is, there are differences. Look at that. APA, full name first, surname first. Pareha sila, surname first. What follows? initials of the first name. So let's say Nogra, MS. Dili sa pikas kung sa man. Nogra, full name sa. So Michelle. And the middle name or other name is initial or optional. No? So is there a difference? Yes. Now, what about in writing the title of the reading material? In writing the title, italicized title with only the beginning word capitalized. So kay title man siya, big letter ang first letter of the big words, no? Sample, impacts of E1 level students. So what is the big letter there? I. What about the O? Big or small? Small. Impacts of E-wallet. E. Then, students. S. No? And then, italicize it. Kung ito ang pinahanggang. Kaya nakilit gamay. Tama, no? So, what about in the MLA? Underline or italicized title with all the content words capitalized. Capital tanan o MLA. But for the APA, write all the title not all capital but italicized and only the big letters of the first word or big words, capital. Writing the copyright date for APA written after the author's name. So you say Nogra 2020. What about for MLA? Written after the publisher's name. Is it publisher? Let's say Review and Herald 2020. Ano? So, mahirap na? Different kayo. So, now let's go to your samples. Look at your samples now. Number one, your citation for in-text citation. So, you say, according to Ulidan maintains that a study on the pork barrel scam is a double research work. Then you name all the author. Always quote the author. What about for bibliography references one author? Kung isa lang author, wait, problema, no? Okay ra, no? There's the author, then the initial. Family name, initial, and the year. And then what did he do to the title? Italicized? Yes. And the big words are capitalized. Big letters, di ba? The, olds, virus, di ba? Capital. Followed by the place of publication, publisher, publisher. Did you get it? No? For one title, one author. What about two authors? Still mention the family name and the initial. Family name, duha na kabuok, duha man ang author. What about for three authors? The same, right? Regala, Bautista, Laya. Then, italicize the title. But what about for three or more? So naman, you make use of the word et al. So you say only the first author, Bora, E-N, et al. It means to say there are three or more authors after Bora. Do you get it?
Yes.
Anonymous authors. Nabuyaw sahay. Di ba no? Sahay din yung mag-name. So, how are you going to... If the ownership of a work is known but not revealed on the title page, the name is given in bracket. I-bracket ng day siya. No? Kaya hindi man niya ipa-anonymous man siya. Magpa-anonymous man siya. Candilario. Okay? Editor, translator, or compiler. Sometimes there are no authors. Na yung mga libro mo, wala yung author, only editor. No, naray compile. Meaning to say, i-compile na niya nga mga sources. Yan ang kinuha. So, that is how you're going to use the name of the editor, translator, or compiler mo yung mga ibutang. Let's go to page 60. Organization, association, or corporation as author. Wala yung ngalan sa author, but only the company. So, ang name sa company, ang imuhang butang. Okay? Next. No ascertainable publication facts. Hindi kayo klaro. No? So, wala yung publication facts. So, kasi di mo ta, NP. No publisher. NB. No? No publisher. Popular magazines. Okay ra po na yung author, no? Natin ang name sa magazine. What is the magazine there? Panorama, World Vision. Come on, you can use L and Home. Sa lihay niyo makuha ang mga magazine. Ako taga-bonus na ng dagdag o dagdag sources. Dili nga po online na, no? Ako taga-cookie. Cookie ba? Kailangan na to asa.
Pwede ka na may journal, no?
Ha? Journal. Dapat varying lang offer. No, sources ba? Hindi nga, select ka sa internet. Pero hinoon, sila po sa naidaghang kuhan. I think it's already accessible now. The National Library in Jones Avenue. I think it's already open. In Jones Avenue ba? Kanabi taong doon sa Jones Avenue, Osmeña, Actaw. Malinhay, Jose Rizal nga, statue na lingkod. Wala mo kasuloy niya. Public library na siya. Naku, kaya na siya ng library. Pwede mo kasuloy niya. Before, i-close siya for renovation. I think now it's already open. And next, newspaper. Okay, tanaw na to. Kasi magamit ng newspaper din. Ako, dinikutan sa rubrics. Nagamit ng varied resources. Isa ka na pag pre-oral ko, mag-internet sa. Slide. Sa to? Website. Gani, so internet sources. Lagi siya, no? Tanaw, naganap ang bonus ng varied ang sources. Nakuha na itong source nun sa bibliography. Okay. Newspaper interview. Pwede sa to? Pwede sa to magamit ng interview ba? So, sorry mo mag-code. Oh, name. Year. Date. Date of? But make sure to interview the right person in authority to your subject. Okay, kung mag-interview ka, pero na kung source interview, nakinsam na siya, kung sabi niya, credibility. Di ba no? So you have to choose the right person who is credible enough in authority to the subject. Okay, next. So example, e-wallet. E-wallet, isang di siya, siya gitna ang tuan. Naging siya e-wallet center din sa Cebu. So interview mo siya, how often is it used? Pila na ilang mga sales the pandemic, no, or before the pandemic, is there a comparative result? Mo, di ba? Mga comparison ba? Before the pandemic and after the pandemic, hindi ba kani mga iwan, hindi ko supek, hindi pa pandemic? No? Kaya hindi mo gawas. Yung bayad na lang dahil Gcash. Siya. But before the pandemic, na Gcash ay walang tagagamit. Di ba? Sa SM, sila panghagad. Gcash ko, ay kagwe na luto yun. Pero kala ko ng pandemic, Gcash naman. No? Even kala ko human ng pandemic, Gcash lagi hapon. We got already used to the convenience. No? Convenience of payment. Okay. So you can use thesis, dissertation, and other published books. You know, if only you can go to my school, CTU, Cebu Technological University, it is the library of all thesis and dissertation in Region 7. Yung tikim nagana dito yun. But the only thing, I don't know how you get inside. How you can get inside. Because for us students, we should have a study load para makasunod. But if only you have kaila din ha, may kaila, nagtagaan mo pass, one day pass ka, with the library, grabe yun. All yung mga daw, sige na kang pinasa sa mga regular na. No? Because it's the library of thesis and dissertation throughout regions natin. So, pila po ka university in Cebu alone. Pila ka po graduate school na anak. In a year, pila ka po ka maghatag ng thesis and dissertation. Hindi ka naghan. Kung puro ginila library. So, that is a very good source of that for thesis and dissertation. However, some thesis and dissertation are already published now. So kung published na siya sa online. No? Okay. Slides and fields. Video cassette ito. Maraming pag-ito video cassette, no? Ngayon ako video cassette? Ha? Cassette ka lang. Sa kung DVD sa una, pero ginani ka lang tao, tape ko. Mani ka lang Kinabi tayo, digit ko rin. Nagulat na yung mga... So, ang pagsugod na rin may galang ka. Na rin galang ang dipiti. Ano rin ang mga title, bagang kayo siya, bagang, ano galang ka rin yung bagang kayo. So, kung kuwan, kaunon, binihulong ka rin sa sigaw, cosplay, kaunon, siguro niya sa yung moon. Pero pag-cassette mo sa una ba, di ba? Kanang cassette tape. Kita na po cassette tape. Ang cassette tape po, inani po galang ka. Inani po galang ka cassette tape, no? Yan ay post nyo, sa tunga. Yan ito rin tuyok-tuyok. Totoo to rin mo na natay?
Yes.
Oo, ba? Oo. Bali kayo, no? How technology evolved, no? From that, before pag-idali na magilingin ka na po kayo. Sa panahon para sa itong mga lolo, no? Kanang higo lang, plaka. Plaka, tawag na plaka. Na kung kailingin, nilaligtod na ito sa tanang. Kasi nga na itong, bigaw ko sa mga nga ang phone mo eh. So, kung tadi ko dito sa I cannot even remember the name. No, inangitong-tong dito niya, natin ito yung lead, gamay na needle. Na nagtuyok na siya, magtuyok na siyang plaka, magtuyok na tani siya kasi tuyok. Gawas din tingog. Basta lisura. Lisura sa anong panahon, no? Pero,
Spotify.
Spotify. Yan yung pagalitan ng mga CD. CD, di ba? CD gamay. Dapat din ako mga CD. Nato din CD gamay. Ano po, no? Ang todo, digital na different.
DVD.
Yung na ako na pagkaroon ng buwang ka ng DVD player ba? Pag audio, di ka natin siya tell, Mommy, what is this? This is so aesthetic. Ano siya? Why? What is that? Pagdaraw niya siya, what is that? This one. Yeah. Hindi mo man siya i-open. Ano siya, no? Close siya, mo siya i-open. I-open mo, natin din yan, kuhanin mo rin isunod ng CD. Oh, isunod din mo rin, mo rin i-close. Oh, isunod din mo rin. Yan natin, earphone na rin. Mommy, this is so cool. Ano siya kita? Ako mga tinagluan mo, mga old stuff. Wala yung walang book kami, itong bukay kay. Di gawas naman tayo ng mga kuwan, CD. I mean ka ng mga, katulong mo sa katulong. Kasi tawag ka itong gamay. Sige, tawag ka itong gamay. iPad, itong gamay ba? Ano? Oo, nanapod rin, save na po, no? So, gikan ani nga po, ang gadget, open sa CD. Kali na yun, di gamay na yun, kali na yun ganang up. Grabe, so di ba? Oo, nasa piyani. Pastila niya, kung na i-play, stop, lingin. Simple set of technology, and then it really evolved. I don't know what will happen after that, after Spotify. I don't know what will happen after that. I don't know. I'm not updated of the trends in technology, digital, no? So see how evolution has see the evolution of technology. No? So kadugdug ako ng mga Napo ko yung mga CD lagi ka before we move from the old house. Lagi ko mga CD, wala. Sakit kaya ko ha, original na kami. Yung police, tulog ito sa una. Okay, lakabay na namin mo. Okay, it doesn't work anymore. The laptops now has no more CD player. No, it becomes thinner and thinner. But the old laptops, baga ka siya, so ma-open pa rin mo siya, dito masunod pa rin mo CD. But now, wala na. Kani baga pagaling ni. But now, it's thinner na gid. Hantod ka, emerging iPad. No? No, na emerging iPad nga. Wala na siya laptop, but the screen is already like an iPad. So, see how technology has made us, no? Has made us updated. Look, kung hindi ko ka mo update, ulahin mo ka. Especially with your gadgets. Ang mga gadgets, pinakamusukot akong pocket text. I was even talking to Chantel ba? The other day, we went to fast. Mommy, look at the cell phone. It's only 4,000. You have to buy me one. Buy you? Not yet. Only when you graduate. I'll buy you that one. The other one, kung gabay mo lang ba, sa text na ba? I like that one. Not that one. I'll buy that for the house. For the house na ba? pag manawag ka, wala di mo dada. Kaya di mo lang posta nila. Di mo sila ka-research, ka-surf, no, di ba? Kung context di mo siya, no, I know. That's why the school made a rule, no? To only let you buy or bring kanila mga context nga kanang call, phone, asa, inyo hangganon, mga yung managin, mo, bayad lang yung sa una, panutang, yung 300. Di ba, doon ka tayo Sir Banday? Na, pagpanutang mo ato, magdamag cellphone, kanigin mo daan ni ani ka daw gamya. Kaya ato dyan sa Android na yun ba? So, you don't like to be behind, no? You always want to be ahead or even ahead of the trend. So, that's the evolution of technology. And you know what it had cost us? It cost us a lot of money. And it's a very good business. May pasunod mo na yung utang sa recommendations for future researchers. No? Dahil, so it's the evolution of technology. So you can use slides, films, cassettes, video cassettes pa niya, karaan man eh. Materials through computers, articles in journals, etc. Technical standards, that's the last. Okay, so basically, this will be your guide on how you're going to write sources and for your RRL and RRS. Okay? So, do you have question? Do not use the theory anymore here, but you can quote, no? Because you have theories in your theoretical background ba yan? You can still discuss that because they're related to your topic. No? Let's say this theory was used to, let's say kung na mga experimental, no? Makagamit because of the law of, let's say, sa may mga law nila, no? Magamit nila when it comes to the application of your study. So, kamo, sa kung mga theory ninyo magamit, gamit din siya. But basically, use the concept only. But if you want to discuss thoroughly, you can use theory. Sige, some more. So, it's basically like this. I shorten it to this one. So, concepts, ideas related to the research that people manage to publish, that is the RRR. So, classify. Now, this is your task for the next 2 weeks. This is your task for the next 2 weeks. You're going to make one chapter out of this RRL and RRS. So, you give tasks to your members, leaders. Choose who will write and look for sources for the RRL. And choose who will make sources for the RRS. Okay? Because they differ. Do they differ or not? They differ. The RRS has already done findings, results of their studies. While the other one are the concepts, the knowledge, no, the ideas that you get from that subject. Again, so next week, what day is that? Next Tuesday is the submission of your chapter 2. You write chapter 2. We'll start for a new chapter. Insert the hand. So you soon find this to chapter 1. We're done with chapter 1. I hope you're done also with your editing of chapter 1. Mana? Sino pa? Hello? Ano? Nahumana ang chapter 1 of defense, pero I don't know if nahumana o edit. Ito mga recommendations sa panel. Nabuhat na ito ninyo? Ayuhan na. Ayuhan yun. Kaya base nila, defend na po sa final oral defense, suha rin gihapon. Nalang na rin gihapon is mga sayok sa chapter 1. Okay? Okay, some more questions. So leaders, now, what you're going to do is to give, to whom are you going to give the task to look for RRL and RRS? Again, this is a new chapter, so the minimum page is 10 pages or more. Okay? 10 pages or more. And make sure your sources vary. Vary yung sources, ha? Kung mag-add mo nito sa public library, I would appreciate it very much. Yeah. I-Google ba? Tagutin nyo ng public library. May kung mga sulot ko na library. I don't know